Hello, welcome back to the YouTube channel. I am Nick from Australia. Welcome to round 17 of the NRL. And before I get into my tips, I was just looking at the fixture for this round, all of the games of football. Outside of Thursday night's game between Brisbane and Penrith, literally every single game except for the Broncos Panthers game could honestly go either way. It's one of those rounds where it's going to be a lot of close games. There's going to be a lot of important stuff on the line this weekend. So I'm telling you right now, some of the prices are insane for some of these matches, and I think this is going to be a really good round of football because there's going to be some upsets, and this is going to be a great round. A lot of 50-50 games. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Welcome to the channel. We're at just over 615 subscribers. So if you like the content, subscribe to the channel and share it to your mates. So let's get into it. Round 17 of the NRL. It kicks off on Thursday night at Suncorp Stadium at 7:50. It's the Broncos up against the Panthers. The Panthers are $1.05. The Broncos are at $10. Look, I'm going to keep this short and sweet. I think the Panthers win and win very well. Broncos are having a massive headache of a awful season. They're going terrible, the Broncos. Penrith are flying. They're going to win the minor premiership at this stage. I don't see anyone beating the Panthers for that minor premiership, and I think they're going to finish first. And I think they'll be way too good in this game. So I'm going to tip the Penrith Panthers to absolutely demolish the Broncos, and I'm going to go the Panthers to win. I'm going to go the Panthers 48 points to 6. That'd be too good. So Panthers to win 48 points to 6. My man of the match in this game, I'm going to go with James Fisher-Harris. Let's go to Friday night football. First game at 6 o'clock at McDonald Jones Stadium. It's the Newcastle Knights up against the Cronulla Sharks. Newcastle are $1.85 favourites. Cronulla at $1.95. Now, the winner of this game probably confirms the final spot. I know the Sharks are exactly 2 games ahead at the moment, and if Newcastle win, they will officially play finals, in my opinion. If Newcastle lose, then the top 8 might be set, because if the Eagles beat the Warriors and the Sharks win this weekend, then I think the top 8's set. So, a very important game here for both sides. Very tough game to tip. The Sharks had a good win over the Cowboys last week, and Newcastle had a very disappointing game against the Warriors where they were terrible, the Knights. But for this game, I'm going to tip Newcastle to bounce back. I think they'll be a little bit. I think they'll bounce back. I think they're a bit more professional than Cronulla this year, and I think they're going better than Cronulla. Cronulla haven't really beaten anyone big. I think the Knights will get the win here. I'm going to go the Knights by 10. I'm going to go Newcastle 24 points to 14. Wouldn't be surprised if the Sharks win. It's one of those games, like I said, it's a 50-50. I'm going to go Newcastle 24 points to 14. My man of the match for this game, I'm going to go with Mitchell Pearce. I think he'll have a big game in that one. The main game Friday night, this is an absolute blockbuster. This one, 7:55 on Friday night at ANZ Stadium. It's the Rabbitohs up against the Storm. The Storm are $1.55 favourites. The Rabbitohs are at $2.45. My God, this is an absolute blockbuster. This is a mouth-watering clash. This one, it's going to be a really good game. No Latrell Mitchell, so Alex Johnson goes to fullback for South Sydney. As for Melbourne, they're looking like as good as usual. They always are a great side, Melbourne. This is going to be a really tight game, this one. I don't know which way to go. Souths are flying at the moment. They've won 5 in a row. They beat the Eels last week 38-0, but I'm going to go the Melbourne Storm on trust, only because of Cameron Smith and Cameron Munster. I trust them more than I do Damien Cook and Reynolds and Walker. I trust Melbourne's big name, experienced players more than I do Souths, but wouldn't be surprised if Souths get a win. This is going to be a really tight game. I'm going to go Melbourne by 2. I'm going to go the Melbourne Storm 18 points to 16. I think it'll be I guess you could say a little bit of a low-scoring game. It's going to be an absolute blockbuster Friday night. I think Melbourne will get the job done. 18 points to 16. My man of the match in this game, I'm going to go with the fullback, Ryan Papenhuyzen. Let's move on to Super Saturday. The first game at 3 o'clock at ANZ Stadium. It's a bottom 4 clash, so it's going to be a bit of a snooze fest, I think. It's the Bulldogs up against the Titans. The Titans are $1.80. The Bulldogs are at $2. This is a really tough game to tip. If the Bulldogs win, the Broncos will end up in last position. If the Titans win, well, they might try and avoid the bottom 4. This is a very tough game to tip. I've thought long and hard about it. I'm going to go the Bulldogs in a bit of an upset. I think the Bulldogs are going to win a game this year. They have to win a game. They can't just finish last. They are playing better than last place. The Titans, they got out of jail against the Dragons last week in a bit of a miracle, but I don't rate the Gold Coast at all, and I think the Bulldogs can win this game on the back of Kieran Foran. It's in Sydney too, so it's a big day for the Gold Coast. It's a 3 o'clock game, so they'd have to get on the plane at the Gold Coast down to Newcastle. That'll be annoying as itself. Then get the bus and then get the bus from Newcastle to Sydney. Bit of a nightmare. I'm going the Bulldogs here. I reckon they'll beat the Titans. I'm going to go the Bulldogs. 20 points to 12, so Bulldogs by 8. My man of the match is Kieran Foran. The second game on Saturday is at 5:30 at Brookvale Oval, or Lotto Land. I call it Brookvale Oval. 5:30 Saturday. It's Manly up against the West Tigers. Manly are $1.60. The Tigers at $2.35. Let's face it, both teams have been absolutely putrid the last 4 to 6 weeks. The Tigers have really fallen in a hole. Manly are a one-man team without Tommy Turbo. Very tough game to tip here. This is another one of those games where you just toss the coin and hope for the best. But I'm going to go Manly because it's at Brookie. I think Manly at home will win. I've got absolutely no confidence in this tip. Could go either way. I think Manly will get the job done though. So I'm going to go the Manly Seagulls to defeat the West Tigers. I'm going to go Manly 22 points to 18. So Manly by 4. My man of the match for this game, I'm going to go with Jake Trebojevic. I think he'll have a big game. Saturday night at 7:35 at GIO Stadium in Canberra. It is the grand final rematch. One of the games of the round. Probably is the game of the round along with Souths and Melbourne. It's a grand final rematch. It's an absolute blockbuster. The Raiders up against the Roosters. The Roosters are $1.45. The Raiders are at $2.75, which I can't believe. That's massive odds for Canberra. Sonny Bill Williams will make his NRL return to the Roosters. His first game since the 2014 preliminary final. This is going to be a great game, I'm telling you right now. Grand final rematch. Saturday night in Canberra. It's going to suit the Raiders more than it is the Roosters. I'm going to tip the Raiders in this one. I think the Raiders will win. I'm not convinced that Luke Keary's 100% fit. I know he's named to play 5'8", but I'm not convinced that he's fit. And I think Canberra, especially down there, Saturday night, it's going to be cold. I think the Raiders will get the win, and I think it's going to be a really good game. It might even go to Golden Point. Actually, you know what? I think it will go to Golden Point. I'm going to go to the Canberra Raiders by 1 point here. The Raiders will beat the Roosters. I'm going to go the Raiders 17-16. My man of the match for this game, I'm going to go with Josh Papali. He'll be up for it. This is going to be a big game. Papali versus Takiaho. Great matchup. Canberra, 275. And my specials of the round. Raiders will win 17-16. My man of the match, Josh Papali. Sunday football, the first game at 4:05 p.m. in the afternoon. It's the Warriors and the Eels down at the Central Coast Stadium. The Eels are $1.35. The Warriors at $3.10. This is a very difficult game to tip. The Eels last week were absolutely embarrassed at Bankwest Stadium against South Sydney. And the Warriors absolutely ambushed the Knights at Tamworth. This is a very difficult game to tip. I don't know which way to go. The Eels haven't made any changes except for Dylan Brown being out and Jai Field coming in. I'm going to go for the Warriors in another upset. They're $3.10. I can't believe the odds for the Warriors. Like I said to start the video, the odds are ridiculous this round. I think the Warriors are absolute specials here. Parramatta, I'm not convinced with them at the moment. And unless they show up and win, they're going to be in a bit of a form slump, I think. So I think the Warriors will win here in a real tight one. I'm going to go the Warriors by 7. I'm going to go the Warriors 21 points to 14. I think it'll be an interesting game. Should be a close one. Warriors to win 21 to 14. My man of the match for this game is going to be Roger Tuivasa-Sheck. Warriors to win 21 points to 14. And the last game, Sunday night at 6:30 at Queensland Country Bank Stadium up there in Townsville. It is my team, the Cowboys, up against my dad's team, the Dragons. The Dragons are $1.60. The Cowboys are at $2.35. Now, I don't know which way to go here. Do I go for the Cowboys because I'm up against my dad, or do I go the Dragons because they've been better this year? But I've had a good look at it and I've had a good think about it. I'm going to go for the Cowboys. I think this is the week where the Cowboys will get a win. They've made a couple of changes. I understand Morgan and Tamalolo are still out, but I think the Cowboys can honestly win this game. Jay Clifford will be out for a big game. Esan Masters will want to redeem himself back in the team. I think the Cowboys can legitimately win this game. It's going to be a really tight one. I think it'll be a very high-scoring game. I see both teams throwing the ball around. The Dragons will throw the ball around. The Cowboys' edges are pretty poor, and the Dragons' middle's been pretty poor as well. So it's going to be a very high-scoring game for mine. I think the Cowboys this week will get a win. Not because I'm being biased, but I haven't tipped the Cowboys much this year, and I think this is the week where they'll show up and win, and I think it'll be a high-scoring game. So I'm going to tip the Cowboys to defeat the Dragons. I'm going to go the Cowboys 32. I'm going to go the Dragons 30. It's going to be a very high-scoring game. My man of the match for this game, I'm going to go with Jake Clifford. I think he'll be out for a really big game. So they're my tips, guys. My tips for round 17. Got the Panthers, the Knights, the Storm, the Bulldogs, the Seagulls, the Raiders, the Warriors, and the Cowboys. A lot of upsets. But like I'm saying, on current form, it could go either way. The odds are I can't believe the odds. The odds are unbelievable this weekend. Now, I'm going to give you my best bet here this week for the weekend on the multi-builder here. So, let's go. We're going to go the Penrith Panthers 13 plus over the Broncos to start the multi off really well. I think they'll win that one, the Panthers 13 plus. We're going to go the Melbourne Storm to beat South Sydney 1-12. I think that's the one that I can really be confident in saying. The third leg, we're going to go with the Raiders 1-12 over the Roosters. I think the Raiders are absolute specials, and I think they can get the job done. And my last leg is the North Queensland Cowboys 1-12 over the Dragons. So that multi will give you $55. That's my best bet of the round. So my best bet again, guys, real quick. Panthers 13 plus, Storm 1-12, Canberra 1-12, and the Cowboys at 1-12. Not a bad bet for $55, guys. So, guys, anyway, I'm getting out of here. They're my tips for round 17 of the NRL. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Leave your tips in the comment section below. I'd love to have a look at who's everyone's tipping this weekend. It's going to be a great round of footy. Thursday night might be a bludger, but every other game should be good. I'm excited. I'm getting out of here, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.